with that one change. Instead of a brilliant white light, we now have a cyan light? Cyan or teal? Cyan or teal, one of those two. Any case, we are back here at the Ocean Monument grounds because, well, we're not going to build the Ocean Monument yet because I don't have enough quartz blocks to do the job, let's be honest. And also, I haven't made a Guardian farm yet, which is exactly what we are here to do. I have brought with me all the blocks I'm going to need for this. I have 3 buckets, which I'm going to have to go and get some water for. I have chests for storage. I have probably a few too many hoppers for this, but we'll see. And then all the blocks I will need here, as well as some extra things here. And notice I'm keeping with the theme. Quartz blocks from the nether, warped wart blocks from the nether, blackstone from the nether. Admittedly, glass you can only technically get in the underworld, overworld, sorry, because, you know, you kind of need to get sand for that. But considering what's, you know, around the edge of here, I'd like to think that they kind of figured out how that whole thing works, really. Besides, I'm going to see if I can build it here. I know I was talking originally about building it over at the other ocean monument that is, in fact, in this direction over there. But that's going to require way too much work. I'd have to drain it again for the most part. I could probably try and get around that fact, but no. So instead, I'm going to try and build it into this whole thing. If I put it up in this top corner here, my idea is to kind of turn it into some kind of very unusual aquarium, almost. Not quite sure how it's going to work with them spilling over the sides onto the hoppers, but I'll figure that out later. In any case, I do need to get rid of some of these blocks here, because the way the Guardian farm works is it needs to be between 30 and 35 blocks tall, or rather above the point where the hoppers are, where the kill box will be, for them to die because of gravity. And building 30 blocks up from here is going to be taller than this. Taller than this glass box. And I don't really want that, because that's not really how tall that I have planned to build this thing. So we're just going to go ahead, actually. And right over here in this corner, if I start at this point, 3 in, we should be fine. And then I can just come out over here. Oh, this is a pillar, isn't it? That's nice. And then, how many did I decided I needed for this to go across? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go 7. Let's go 8, because why not? Let's go 8. So then we come out 3. And then at this point, this is essentially the outline almost done. Almost done. And I've just realized I'm going to have to put the hoppers underneath this as well. Kind of regretting my decision now. I'm thinking maybe I should just go ahead and build it 30 up from here. It'd make everything so much easier if I did. So all we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and say, because it's easier, that this is going to be a temporary placement for it. And then later on, when I do actually have enough blocks to build the entire thing, I can look at it again and then decide where I want it to go. Plus then at that point, I could actually take the time to just go ahead and build another farm over at that monument there. I'm just coming over to the bed because it's going to be nighttime fairly soon. So, what we're going to have to do is we are going to start with the base. I'm going to use blackstone for this because it's what I currently have on me at the moment. So I gotta think, if we're going to be starting here for this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the edges. Okay, let's do this, 3 out. And then it's going to have to fall onto some hoppers. So I'm thinking, if I do this, then that leaves space there for the sandstone, which I hope I brought with me. I didn't bring the sandstone. And as if nothing had gone wrong at all, I present to you Soul sand. Which is exactly what I need for this to be a thing that works. And of course, now that we have the base in place, we can just start building the rest of this farm now. So we're just going to go ahead and fill this with hoppers, but I got to think for a second. If I put the chests over here, what I can do is put you in there for a second. I can put one set of chests there, and then the next two there, one hopper into there, and then one hopper into there, and then from this point I can just connect every other hopper to each other, and it will eventually feed everything into that chest down there. Perfect. This is the basic plan done. At this point, all I have to do is just build upwards, really, and then build like an AFK spot for myself. First of all, though, we are going to need to throw away our buckets of water, because that's clever. And of course, now we have that done, we can begin doing this. We can essentially just give ourselves infinite water, which is an amazing trick, and I do love it so very much. And as you can see, because we've got soul sand underneath, and because now every single one of these is a source water block, we have bubbles! And I think this is a good point in the build to switch to glass. The reason I've chosen this color is because it kind of matches the overall theme of the floor. I mean, I know that the prismarine block is, you know, it changes color in like a cycle, but I just like this color blue anyway. You know, light blue, cyan, teal, whatever you want to call it. Both, I guess, technically. It's a good color. I like it. It's no, you know, coincidence that the skin I currently have does actually kind of, you know, match it slightly. I mean, it's closer to green than anything, but it's a nice color. I realized that I hadn't really counted up yet how many blocks I'd need to build this for this to work. So I decided to do just that, and it's higher than I thought. This is 35 blocks up from the hoppers. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of blocks. Luckily, I brought plenty of them. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough glass to kind of, you know, fill the rest of this. In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't. But honestly, that's not a terrible thing, because I'm not exactly gonna have it be an aquarium all the way up there, you know? By the time I come around to actually building the monument properly, I'm going to probably actually move it underground slightly. Put the bottom in the cellar area, as it'll be at that point. And then it makes more sense to kind of just bring this down by like 15 blocks or so. So the fact that I don't have enough glass to make it all the way to the top, not exactly a problem. I can fix that later. The main reason I'm doing this is because I need the prismarine blocks. I haven't been doing the water. I can do it in a bit, it's fine. I need the prismarine blocks to help with the monument, like I said before. You know, I want to keep it... the theme, the color palette is the different prismarine blocks, as well as whatever you'd find in the nether, to a certain degree. You know? And Guardians drop prismarine, which is great because I can make sea lanterns then as well, which I will definitely need lots of. I'm hoping to not have a single torch or regular lantern in this build. It's going to be all sea lanterns. No, that's it. I've got no more glass, and I'm almost there. If I would have just put an extra 3 layers of blackstone at the bottom... I see you, wandering trader. I could have filled this all the way to the top with glass. That is massively unfortunate, but it's fine, it's fine. It's not going to look very pretty, I'll be honest with you. But this is just to make sure it works, essentially, at this point. Once I know it works, once it's functional and it's, you know, providing the drops that I want, then I can come back and pretty things up a little bit. Change some blocks out, maybe change the shape of it, change the height, definitely, maybe, I don't know. Oh, I really wish I had done this while I was making the actual tower. It's not that it's difficult, it's just very disorientating. I finally remembered that I do in fact have a brain, and I decided that it would be actually a lot easier if I just made blocks that I could, you know, stand on. In order to make this entire process so much easier. I've gone up one too high there. I retract my statement about having a brain. It's fine, it's fine. I can just do this, do that. Then this should write everything on this side. That side's fine. Another one up. Have I got any more blocks? I do. One there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. Perfect. And the thing is, you're going to be thinking, well, aren't you just going to be running the water? Hi. How you doing? I wasn't expecting any of you yet. I'm not even 100 blocks up. What are you doing? You're ruining my life. Hold on 1 second. I gotta break this now. How are you not dead? Thank you. And the best part is, if you get on the exact right spot here, you don't get affected by the bubbles. So, this isn't going to be a problem for getting rid of it, because I can just dig straight down from here. And I'm unaffected until I break the last block that I was standing on. And then suddenly, I'm back up at the top. Okay, now I do actually wish I'd have kept some glass for the top. I might have to go down to the bottom here and replace some, because I do want to be able to see what is actually happening. Okay, so it looks a little bit strange now, but that's fine. It's fine. I've got enough glass for what I want to do with it at the top here. And oh my, oh dear. It's working too well. You guys aren't supposed to be coming out yet. I'm not ready for you. Although it works, you know, it's a nice indication that it does in fact work. I just wish they'd be a little bit more patient. Because what I still need to do on this side is make a sort of glass ceiling kind of thing. So they don't just keep bouncing up and down. I want them to be kind of forced to flow over the side. And the best way of doing that is to do this. It's to make like a sort of roof almost, if you will. And kind of force them to go in a very specific direction. So we're just going to go ahead, put this across here, like so. Like that. And the brain has stopped, which is excellent news. And then what I want to do at this point is I want to get the buckets back. And I want to just put one on every section at the back here. Like that. And I might need to raise this up one. Is 18 going to be enough to do? Yeah, it should be. It should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that'll do. I'll put another one on the side here. One more over there. And then we switch back to the glass. Like so. And then I need to have this one extra up there. Otherwise, putting it here just achieves nothing. That's where I want the roof of this to be. 1, 2, 3. Put one there, another one there. One there, there. Then I need to go all the way across here. And that's done. This top bit is now done. Next, I need to, like I said, go back down and bring these points up to the top. Although I guess I don't need to do that exactly. I could just kind of, you know, make a little platform here and then just kind of do that. Although I don't know how I'm going to get below that point, so this is kind of futile. But you get the basic gist of how this is supposed to work. It'll be a case of this, and then it's going to be sort of like that kind of thing. So the guardians will come up here, get forced out, and then, because of the guardrails, essentially, they'll just fall right onto the hoppers. In theory. In theory. But I guess we'll see when I actually get around to doing this. Honestly, I think that's all I need to do for the guidance system onto the hoppers. I don't think I need to bring it all the way down. It just seems overkill, to be honest. Does it look ugly? Yes. Is it functional? Maybe? I guess we'll see. Ultimately, and I just realized that that's now in line with the third line of... You know what? It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's a very rough system at the moment. This was built just so I could get blocks, not so it could look pretty. This isn't the piglin trading farm just yet. This is still just like a temporary placement. All I'm concerned about is it working, which we actually should really check at this point. So I'm going to just go ahead and grab the rest of these. Oh, I didn't use any of... You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Put the hoppers back in there. I can use them when I build it properly somewhere, but it's fine. So what I need to do at this point really is just to make an AFK area and then see what happens. So let's start this very long, painful process. Because let's not forget, we have to get 128 blocks away from, well, this floor here, technically. But we're going to go a little bit further than that. I should have really taken a measurement. It's fine, it's fine. I'll just keep going until I can see all the guardians start to spawn. Then I'll know that I'm in the right area, roughly. Because don't forget, this is kind of a similar system to the general mob farm, I started already, where you have to be far enough away from every other kind of spawnable surface that the only option left for these things to spawn on is in that little chamber there, which is going to be awkward. Because like I said, it's getting better already. I love the fact that because I put the glass in, you can see how it's getting ridiculous already, even though we're not really as high as we should be yet. But honestly, I'm thinking like another 20 blocks, and we should be good. Like, how high up are we currently? We are 151. 151. Let's go to 180 to be on the safe side. Let's go to 180. That seems reasonable. So apparently, it turns out, being 180 blocks up in the sky is too far. It's too high, way too high, because apparently, I'm now like 12 blocks out of range from the bottom of the pool, from the bottom of the water area. So I've just kind of limited the amount of space that these things can spawn in. So if I drop down another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... This should... let's go another 2. There we go. This should increase the rate at which these guys now spawn. Okay, so apparently coming down to this point is actually pretty decent. The spawn rate seems to have increased quite a bit, and of course as soon as I start saying that, they stop spawning, because that's just the way these things work. But this seems good. This seems good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay up here for about 10 minutes, and then go and check the box. See how many things we get. It has been 10 minutes. I'm back now here at the bottom of this chamber here, and let's see what our patience has rewarded us with. That's actually a lot more than I was expecting, not gonna lie. Right, what can I make with that? Let's just have a quick look. I'll need to put all of my extra stuff there. And then I need to just ignore the fish for now. Grab all of that. Then head over to the workbench over on this side. Alright, now how do you do this? Prismarine block is 9 of those. Okay, prismarine is just 4. I need black dye to make these blocks, which is fine, That's not a problem. How'd you make sea lanterns? What do you need for sea lanterns? Nice. How many of those could I make? 29. 29 sea lanterns, which leaves me with enough left over to make... let's start with these ones, because there's, you know, a higher block requirement. Perfect. All I have to do really is get a ton of black ink from octopuses. And then we're set. We are actually golden from this point. As I said, it's not perfect. It's far from perfect. I mean, I've got a creeper spawning there, which means I'm not far enough away, but that's fine. That's a minor oversight. It's not perfect, but it works, and it works well enough for what I need it for currently. What I might do is off camera, I might make it better, make it wider, make it like longer kind of thing, give it more water for them to spawn in. That might increase the yield even further. But for the most part, that's done. It's working as intended. Everything's dying the moment it hits the hoppers and feeding it into the chests. It's great. It's great. It's a wonderful farm. I like it. And that's going to be it for this episode. In the next one, I think it's time we start building a monument. I'm not sure I'm going to build the entire thing in one video because that's a lot to ask for. But definitely bits and pieces here and there. Maybe I'll do like one wing at a time or something. We'll see. We'll see. But until then, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.